So this is another slide I am showing. So he arranged the sciences as follows. One is logic, then there are theoretical sciences, then practical sciences, then productive sciences. Logic, theoretical sciences, practical sciences, productive sciences. In logic, he elaborates the method of inquiry employed in all other sciences. He elaborates the method of inquiry employed in all other sciences. In theoretical sciences, it is concerned with pure and abstract knowledge. First philosophy or philosophy means pure and abstract knowledge. First philosophy, physics, biology, mathematics, these are the concern of, this is what is being dealt in theoretical sciences. It is concerned with pure and abstract knowledge. First philosophy or metaphysics, physics, biology, mathematics, and there are many. These include the theoretical sciences. And practical sciences, they are pursued as a means to conduct rather than as an end in itself. So when you live in this world, you need to know how to behave, how to be in the world. There is a manner in which you have to be in the world, how you have to make your life, how you have to take forward your life. So it needs ethics, politics. So these are practical. It can be applied in your life. So that's why they are called practical sciences. So they are ethics, politics, etc. Then comes the productive sciences. So it is knowledge is subordinated to creation of beauty, and poetics is the investigation of this sphere. So there is something creative about that. The sciences which help you to create something better, and to investigate how something is created or produced. So it is about production of art, production of poetry, production of theater, drama. So it is about aesthetics, or his own book is called as poetics. So it is productive sciences. These are the four areas, or he arranged the sciences in the following manner. When we are learning Aristotle, it is a fine arts college, it's a fine arts faculty, and we are all here to do something about art, not directly about philosophy. But as we mentioned earlier, philosophy is very important for us. Every artist has to be a philosopher in his own right. That's why we are all coming and sitting here in this afternoon and listening to a lecture on Aristotle. So when you go to learn Aristotle as a fine arts student, it is possible that we may think we only need to know the part of aesthetics which Aristotle taught. Okay, only the poetics you require, or rhetorics and poetics you require. That is mostly concerned about Aristotle's aesthetics. But as the students of philosophy, I would just tell you, or as the students of fine arts, I would tell you, it is also important for you to know a little of logic, or what he meant by logic. Because even outside the sphere of fine arts, you need to have that logical thinking. Then only you will be able to learn anything further. For Aristotle himself, he held that before you start to learn any other science, you have to be well versed in logic. Because that is the toolbox of any student. That's the toolbox of a philosopher. Okay, so logic gives you the tool for learning any other subject, and not only for an academic purpose. When you are living in the world, you listen to so many things, you see so many things. The logic should function within you in order that you understand what is happening around you. If you see so many things, you listen to so many things. When that forms a part of your knowledge, when that becomes a part of your knowledge, any foolish thing can become a part of your knowledge, and you may believe it. But if you apply logic properly into that, if you question what you see, if you question what you listen to, and if you have your own argument, and then you come to a conclusion, then it is good that it will be like you will be having the proper knowledge. You will be having the correct knowledge. Okay, so it is very important that you learn logic. But I am not going to teach you the whole of Aristotelian logic. I just introduce what is logic, just that. But I will have to go a little into metaphysics, the metaphysics of Aristotle, because very often as artists you are all dealing with form and matter. Okay, that we will see later, but I will say in detail a little later. But you know, as artists we are all dealing with form and also matter. There is no doubt about that. And when you come to learn art history, there is something called formalism. There are different kinds of theories of art. So in order to understand them better, you should understand the basic, you should have a basic understanding of what form is, what idea is, what matter is in philosophical terms. So then you will be able to easily get hold of what the later philosophers or modern theoreticians of art are speaking about it. So we will have a slight understanding of form and matter of Aristotle. And after that we will proceed to understand aesthetics of Aristotle. I hope this is clear to you. So we will understand what logic is. We will have an understanding of form and matter in Aristotelian metaphysics. Then we will try to understand what is aesthetics. Being the students of art, being the students of art history, it will help you better to understand later philosophy or modern philosophy and modern theories on art.